Streaming on clickorlando.com, you're watching News 6 at 10 p.m.
I'm shaking right now. It's scary.
This guy could have kept going with the kid.
Now on News 6, caught on camera, a man steals a car with a toddler in the back seat. How he quickly came back and apologized.
I'm glad that they're no longer at the school, but I don't think it surprised anybody.
Unfortunately, it's these days kind of not surprising.
A teacher at a local school resigns over inappropriate texts with a student. He used to be a school resource officer. What we've learned about what happened.
We take the risks of walking in the streets versus the sidewalks because the sidewalks are more dangerous.
For months, they've complained about dangerous sidewalks. The city admits it allowed a flawed design. Now, a fix is on the way, but it's going to cost taxpayers.
But we start now at 10 tonight with a heated debate.
And now it's time to take back what they stole from Caesar. Yeah. And that is the voice of the people.
Former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill and a woman who wants to take over Hill's seat actually battled to grab the mic at tonight's debate before a packed crowd. Now, one prominent candidate for the job, interim Commissioner Shan Rose, was a no-show to this. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Austin.
And I'm Ginger Gadsden. Hill is fighting to take back the seat she was removed from amid accusations she misspent $100,000 of a senior's money. She's still facing felony charges, by the way.
The other candidate who made it to the stage tonight, community activist Lawana Gelzer. Your Orange County community correspondent Jarrell Baker walks us through the sometimes heated debate.
Thank you very much, Interim Commissioner Rose, but your services are no longer needed.
Wednesday night, dozens packed out a heated debate between District 5 candidates, former Orlando City Commissioner Regina Hill and community activist Lawana Gelzer.
And I believe if you continue to give money to something that's failing us, we will get the same results.
Hill lost her seat last year when Governor Ron DeSantis suspended her after she was accused of exploiting an elderly woman and using more than $100,000 of her life savings on personal luxuries and a home. Hill says that she's innocent. Gelzer pointed out how she's yet to face trial.
Count one, exploitation of the elderly person or disabled person. Count two,
Gelzer has worked on environmental and hurricane preparedness projects, including testing air quality in Paramore. But she has yet to win public office, placing fourth in last year's special election for the District 5 seat.
As soon as I get back to City Hall, I want to make sure that we put some type of local small business opportunity program together that mimics what Orange County is doing.
People living in Paramore pressed the candidates on infrastructure, code enforcement, rent increases, and community revitalization. The interim commissioner, Shan Rose, a former city employee who replaced Hill in a special election, missed the debate for a second time. A representative for Rose came but was booed out by the crowd. Election day is November 4th. In Paramore, Jarrell Baker, News 6.
Now, tonight's debate had us asking, do you know who represents you in county government? This time last night, Orange County commissioners voted to group Winter Park with more rural areas out east. That's not what Winter Park's mayor wanted, though. But does the new map really matter for regular people? Your community correspondent, Alex Cook, went to two corners of Orange County to find out.
We want a person that's going to help us build Eatonville, Pine Hills, and the other areas, District 7, just the whole District 7 all together.
Felicia Hunter, a homeowner in Pine Hills, celebrated when Orange County Commission passed its new district map yesterday, creating two new districts in the growing county. The area of Pine Hills and Eatonville will now have their own commissioner, while cities like Winter Park and Maitland share a district with the less developed areas of East Orange County.
Pine Hills have different concerns than Winter Park. In Winter Park, they homeowners. Most people in Pine Hills, they don't own their home.
Jasmine Burney Clark, the founder of Equal Ground, a Black-led civic engagement organization, says the new district map is a win for the underrepresented community of Pine Hills.
Pine Hills now has the power to elect the candidate of their choice. someone that truly will reflect their values, someone that will truly represent them and prioritize them as residents.
The city of Winter Park disagrees. Their leaders spoke in favor of a different map that would keep Pine Hills and Eatonville in the same district as the comparatively wealthy city. They say the issues facing their city more closely match those other urban areas rather than the more rural areas to the east that will now be part of their district.
We want to see Sunrail, which goes right through Winter Park, go to the airport, go to the theme parks. We want to work to reduce traffic congestion, environmental concerns. We can't do that if we're in another district.
They'll have to figure out a way as the new district map goes into effect next year. Bernie Clark says it's been a long time coming.
It is long past time for them to have the power that they need at the county level that is not totally absorbed by other communities. They really can shape this seat and the person they want to have representing them in the ways that they choose.
In Pine Hills, Alex Cook, News 6.
Tonight, News 6 confirms a criminal justice teacher at Winter Springs High School has resigned after an investigation into inappropriate conversations with a student. He used to be a school resource officer. Your Seminole County community correspondent, Catherine Silver, is digging into the claims and his past.
I'm glad that they're no longer at the school, but I don't think it surprised anybody.
Unfortunately, it's these days kind of not surprising.
Parents we met at Winter Springs High School Wednesday were unsurprised but upset to learn a man who used to work here engaged in inappropriate communication with a student.
I saw something online, like on Facebook, parents talking about it.
Two of my sons that are students here came home and told me that there was a teacher that had had inappropriate relationships with a student here, but it was in the past.
A report taken by Winter Springs Police on September 30th shows a parent told investigators her son saw text messages on his ex-girlfriend's phone from a former school resource officer and now criminal justice academy instructor, and that some of the messages were explicit in nature. This week, the principal sent this message to families, informing them an investigation had just concluded. It confirmed there was no physical relationship with a student.
Obviously, the teacher is no longer at the school, but, you know, what do they know? What happened?
In an email, a spokesperson for the district said that they notified both CPS and law enforcement, but it's their understanding because of the student's age and there wasn't any physical contact, this isn't a criminal matter. We've also confirmed the former employee worked at Winter Springs High School for the last year. Before that, he worked at Journeys Academy, where he started with the district in 2022. And Sanford police tell us that he was a school resource officer at Seminole High School in 2021. He resigned from the department that same year.
I would hope that he's never allowed to work at any kind of school or law enforcement or anything along those lines again, because he clearly cannot uphold the standards.
We'll keep following this story and let you know what else we find out. In Seminole County, I'm Catherine Silver, News 6.
Caught on camera, a car with a baby inside stolen from a gas station. Investigators say when this man realized that there was a 1-year-old in the back seat, he put the car in reverse and brought the child back. But this could have been so much worse. Your community correspondent James Barbero has the surveillance video of the incident.
I'm shaking right now. It's scary.
This is how a mother reacted emotionally when I told her what the Brevard County Sheriff's Office says happened here at this Sunoco at Canaveral Groves Boulevard and US 1. It was Tuesday morning when the Sheriff's Office says William Mullis stole a car with a 1-year-old inside.
What is your name?
William Mullis. An arrest report reads the baby's mom went in the Sunoco but didn't take her baby with her. It continues, Mullis began to leave the parking lot, but when he saw the 1-year-old in the car, he came back. The report reads he told the baby's mom, I brought your car back because your child was in the car.
That's why I say nobody should ever leave a kid unattended in the car.
Ronnie Crane is the mom's neighbor and also a retired sergeant with the Brevard Sheriff's Office. Florida law says a child younger than 6 can be left alone in a car for up to 15 minutes. Crane thinks that should change.
This guy could have kept going with the kid.
You hope this mother learned a lesson?
I hope so. I know people over there, and they're good people. She just made a bad choice.
And thank God she got her child back, but it wouldn't be a lesson I would want to ever have to learn. So anybody out there, do not leave your kids in the car for anything.
In jail Wednesday, Judge Kelly Ingram denied giving Mullis a bond. He's due back in court next month So if anything changes about his bond status, we'll update you right here on News 6 and clickorlando.com. In Brevard County, I'm your Canaveral Groves community correspondent, James Sparvero, News 6.
New at 10 tonight, a large-scale new development is one big step closer to reshaping nearly 300 acres in Daytona Beach. Tonight, city commissioners unanimously voted to rezone the property. The developer's grand visions include up to 6 million square feet of office space and industrial, 100,000 square feet of stores and restaurants with 1,500 new places to live. The area is about 4.5 miles south of the Speedway off I-95, south of Bevel Road and west of Williamson Boulevard. We'll keep you posted as plans move forward.
Well, tax dollars are on the line in another big vote tonight in Daytona Beach. It's a problem we've told you about for months. People living in the Mosaic neighborhood have complained their sidewalks are dangerous, cracked, and thanks to water runoff, they're often wet or worse. Close to 50 people have slipped and fallen in the past 3 years, especially along Mosaic Boulevard.
One person broke her tailbone and still is getting treatment. Another person, his babysitter fell, and we have to walk in the street. So we, take the risks of walking in the streets versus the sidewalks because the sidewalks are more dangerous.
Now the city and developer are working on an agreement on how to split the high cost of fixing the drainage issues and repairing or replacing damaged sections.
You can see the buildup of the algae and stuff and what it looks like. And the concern is we've got Halloween coming up and we're going to have little kids walking in the area that aren't familiar with this neighborhood. It's a hazard.
Tonight, city commissioners did not hammer out just how much taxpayers are going to have to pay, but they voted to send a memo hammering out an agreement on how to split costs with the developer. Homeowners hope the work can start in weeks, not months.
It may sound like something right out of the Jetsons. Hop in an air taxi for a quick stop across town or the state.
But Orlando International thinks it could be a part of the airport's future. New in minutes, their other big dreams for the next decade. Jonathan.
Nice quiet night tonight. Temperature is nice and comfortable. We're back to the low to mid 70s across most of Central Florida. Just a straight downpour in the mix for tomorrow. We are tracking that and looking ahead to your weekend at about 10:17.
I said that's holding our furniture hostage.
A couple threatened by movers if they did not pay an extra fee for their own belongings. Next at 10, the complaints from other customers and how to protect yourself.
You're watching News 6 at 10. We are live on a Wednesday night covering College Park, Daytona Beach, and all of Central Florida.
A Central Florida couple says movers threatened to hold their belongings if they didn't pay extra. I'm News 6 investigator Erica Bergoglio, and for weeks I've been digging into this moving company, discovering a long list of complaints and even a ban from the state.
I was in tears.
A 35-mile move for Gail and Clarence Hairston cost them $3,600 more than they were quoted.
I said, that's holding our furniture hostage. He says, you can call it what you want. Yeah. You can't get it. We won't bring you your furniture until this is paid.
The couple hired Today's Move movers to help them move from Ocala to Leesburg. The initial quote they received, $1,100. The Hairstons paid more than $900 in deposits, but then on moving day, they were told to pay thousands more or their stuff would be locked up in storage.
So we had to get $36.22 and 56 cents in cash.
Yes, ma'am.
In 30 minutes. That was a gut punch.
Their daughter sent them the money, but once their items were unloaded at their new home, the Hairstons found their furniture scratched, a table leg broken, and their dishes shattered. Today's Move Movers is part of Thompson Nation Holdings, LLC. Its address is listed as this office building along Silver Star Road in Orlando. When I went inside to speak with someone, the office was vacant. And according to this administrative complaint, it appears a state investigator found the same scene when he tried to hand-deliver documents in July. Hi, is this Thompson Nation Holdings, LLC? When I called the number listed for Thompson Nation Holdings, a man told me the company was shut down. So who am I speaking with on this number? He refused to say who he was, then hung up. The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has received nearly 200 complaints about Thompson Nation Holdings, as well as its 24 moving companies. This notice from the state says the business violated a slew of Florida statutes, including withholding goods even though the customer already paid.
If someone is in that situation, what do you recommend they do?
If you are in the state of Florida, you can contact the police. There are laws that protect you as a consumer.
Holly Sammons is the CEO of the Better Business Bureau. If you are planning to move, Sammons recommends you get multiple quotes, verify the company's licensing information, and be on the lookout for red flags.
If you were asked or expected to estimate the move yourself, how do they expect you to pay? Are they asking you to pay a large deposit up front? Are they wanting you to send that to them through a payment app or paying cash?
Thompson Nation Holdings is banned from moving any household goods in the state of Florida. The state also denied the company from renewing its license. And as for the Hairstons, they tell me they plan to go to small claims court to try to get that money back. We'll let you know what happens. Erica Bergoglio, News 6.
Well, new at 10 tonight, Imagining the Airport of the Future. The board that runs Orlando International Airport is unveiling some grand plans for MCO, adding 8,000 more parking spaces, new modern baggage handling for terminals A and B, and even new ways to get around.
Yeah, the new 10-year plan calls for air taxi services to make short hops from the airport to destinations in local cities or within Florida. It also plans to make the airport more welcoming outside.
Inside, high tech would replace boarding passes with facial scans at security and the gate, and mobile ordering with upgraded restaurants and stores. And since we're in the theme park capital of the world,
for families, immersive play areas bring a touch of theme park magic into the terminal. Virtual and augmented reality create engaging spaces that make time before departure memorable.
A little AI audio there for you, part of a promotional video released by the Airport Authority. The grand plan comes with a pretty big price tag, about $6 billion over 10 years. We'll keep you posted as all of this becomes a reality.
A new way to get around is officially on the roads in Seminole County.
Yeah, we've been telling you about this on-demand transit service. The county's new system called Scout works like a rideshare service. The riders can book trips through the Ride Freebie app or by calling. Instead of fixed routes, drivers pick up passengers at nearby locations within designated zones. Those include Sanford, Lake Mary, Altamont Springs, and Oviedo.
Fares start at $4 for one zone. $7 for 2 zones, and up to $14 for 3 or more. There are discounts for seniors, students, and short trips to Sunrail Station. So gotta love that idea.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. It'll be interesting. Your meteorologist, Jonathan Kegas, joins us now. The temperatures.
Gotta love that too.
Keep 'em coming, dude.
It's fantastic. I mean, that breeze you get when you just step outside, you can certainly feel the dryness in the air, if you will. We're hanging around 73 right now in New Smyrna Beach, 75 in Titusville. We did have a couple of downpours around today, mainly along and southeast of I-4, as we were talking about yesterday. That was because we brought the wind direction out of the east. We also saw the extra clouds as a result of some of that extra moisture coming through. Wildwood, good evening. We are at 68 degrees right now. All the orange on your screen is the dry air in the mid-levels of our atmosphere, and that is really taken over the state of Florida. Again, tomorrow, same kind of deal. A stray downpour is possible just right along the coast. I don't think they push as far inland as they did today. You can keep up with the forecast by downloading the free News 6 weather app. Tomorrow morning, very nice start. Again, pretty much carbon copy of where we've been over the past couple of mornings. That relatively crisp feel outside. The beautifully blue sky is going to be with us. We're at 64 degrees in Leesburg. Tomorrow, Palm Coast, we're going to start things off into the mid-60s. Holopah, we are at 66. Melbourne, good evening. A little bit warmer for us right along the Space Coast because of the warmer Atlantic Ocean. We're at 84 in Mount Dora. Tomorrow afternoon in Holopah, we're at 84. Denellen, we're checking in at 85. I do think we will see more sunshine, at least not as many clouds tomorrow when compared to today. Rain chances pretty much zero. We're just going to watch right along the coast again for a stray downpour to try to sneak through. It's a live look in Daytona Beach right now, nice and quiet. We have air temperatures in the lower 70s and mainly clear sky. The breeze out of the north at about 10 miles an hour. We had it back out of the east today. That's helping to continue to cause some issues at the beach. Coastal flood advisory still in play for tomorrow afternoon for us in Flagler County, especially along the coast and the tributaries of the St. Johns River in Flagler County. Again, it's been wild over the past few days. We've been still watching that Atlantic a little bit higher than where it should be. Hardly any beach across the Atlantic Ocean, the Atlantic beaches, over the past couple of days. There's 11 o'clock tonight. Again, no downpour out there right now. We're going to be watching again early tomorrow for them to get close to shore. I don't think they really sneak on tomorrow morning. Through the afternoon, you see where the clouds are coming from right off in the Atlantic. So the closer to the beaches you are, the closer to I-95 you are, that's where we're going to have the better opportunity to see the clouds, and then that very, very slim chance for a shower to sneak on shore. Fast forwarding to your weekend, there's lunchtime on Sunday. I think we're going to be pretty warm on Sunday. I still don't think we get that rich humidity back. You'll notice it a little bit more than where we've been over the past few days. But ahead of this front, we'll get back to the upper 80s. You see that front come through. There was a lot of rain with it, and then most of it fizzles back out as it gets ready to cross Sunday evening into Monday. So rain chances go up a smidge, but most of us are going to stay on the drier side as that front passes this weekend. It will reinforce drier air on the back half of your 7-day forecast. Start your weekend looking great. 60s to start your Saturday, mid-80s by the afternoon. Slight chance for a few showers, a few more clouds on Sunday into Monday. A little bit warmer both of those days. And behind the front, guys, more sunshine, dominant Tuesday and Wednesday.
Looking good, Jonathan. Thank you. You can get authentic Indian street food from an award-winning chef. I'm going to take you there next on the I-4 Food Tour. I could crush like 8 of these. This RV from Giant Recreation World is big and bold, and fortunately, I know a chef with the flavors to match. Today, we're going to Bombay Street Kitchen in Orlando.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to try some Bombay street food, but if I'm gonna get one thing on this menu, what does it have?
You should try our street dosa. That's one of the best things we can sell here for you.
So we're eating dosa today.
Yes, correct. It's like thin rice scrape, fermented. We cook it on the grill and we put all the stuffing, like different kind of vegetable, and it comes with like some sauce. It's called sambar. It's like vegetable soup and some coconut chutney.
Sounds like a lot to this dish. I'm here at the Bombay Street Kitchen, getting ready to try some dosa, which I had really never heard of before. I guess the best comparison is like an Indian quesadilla. You take the dosa, you dip it in some vegetable soup. There are so many flavors in that, you would have a hard time counting. That is fantastic. It's spicy. Woo. So on the inside, there's all these crunchy vegetables. And I'm on about the 7th bite, and my eyes are starting to water in an amazing way. The outside, sort of like a soft crepe. I don't even understand how he made that with his hand back there and some sort of magic, but it is good, it is heat. It's got a little bit of a curry flavor to it. It's just fantastic. The I-4 food tour, getting some authentic Indian food straight from the streets of India. Bombay Street Kitchen. I would come back tomorrow.
Sponsored by Giant Recreation World. Visit Giant Recreation World today.
You can find all of tonight's stories, plus breaking news on News 6 Plus.
It's free to download to that smart TV or streaming device. Have a great night. We'll see you at 11.
Bye.